Hi, everybody. It's that time of year again. It's April, and as we know, April is National Poetry Month. Why don't you come and celebrate with us at the Mount Laurel Library? I wanted to share with you some common forms of short poems that you can create right at home. While they are easy to learn, they may take practice to master. And if you're anything like me, you will go back over and over again until you get everything just right. But that's okay, it's all part of the process. The first type of short poem I want to mention is called an acrostic. What you do is you take any word and you'll use each letter in the word to describe it. For example, I chose the word cats. I picked the word cuddly for the letter C, acrobatic for the letter A. For the T, I picked temperamental, and for the S, I picked soft. Each one of the words I picked describes what a cat is to me. Go ahead and try one of your own. They're fun to do with people's names too, but you can pick any word. The next one in the list is called the haiku. This type of poem has 3 lines with a set number of syllables in each line. Lines 1 and 3 each have 5 syllables, and line 2 has 7. Now, we had something happen today at my house that I would like to share in the form of a haiku, and it goes like this. My dog smells today. He must have rolled in something. Now he needs a bath. Now we have taken care of the situation. Jack is not smelly anymore, but I thought it was a good example of to show you how you can use something that happens every day in the form of a poem. Now the next one on the list is called the limerick. This type of poem has 5 lines, and they follow a certain line pattern. You'll have lines A and lines B. The A lines will have 7 to 10 syllables, and the B lines will have 5 to 7. And they follow this specific pattern. You'll have lines A, B, B, A. Now, I found an example of a good limerick online. There once was a fish who could talk. He wanted to learn how to walk. He got out of the sea, fell right onto me, and I nearly died from great shock. Now that was a limerick, again, found online by a poet, Elizabeth Trang. And then the last form of a short poem that I want to show to you today is called the tanka. This one is similar to the limerick. It has 5 lines as well, but the lines follow a different pattern. They go A, B, A, B, B. Lines A have 5 syllables, and lines B have 7 syllables. Here's an example of a tanka. Flowers are blooming. The air is finely warm. Birds are chirping. Insects are showing themselves. Spring is making its debut. Now go ahead and give these poems a shot because there is a celebration day coming up that you may want to help take part in. That celebration is Poem in Your Pocket Day, and this year we're going to celebrate it on April 30th. Now, typically we celebrate this day by going around to different stores and organizations or libraries, and we'll share a poem with others that we either wrote ourselves or one that we found in a book or one from our favorite poet or just one that we really, really love. But this year we can try something a little different. There are many different ways to take part in this celebration right from your own home. Here are a couple different ways you can celebrate. You could start a haiku chain via email. Just make sure you write in the email to add your email address to the sender list so you get it back at the end when it's complete. It starts when you just write one haiku and email it to one friend. That friend will read your poem and add one underneath. And then they send it to a friend. And that'll go on and on and on through your chain of friends. And it's complete when the last person adds their poem and sends it back to you. You can either then post it or email the finished product out to all the contributors and they can see the final result. You could also post a copy of your favorite poem on social media. You could text an acrostic poem to each of your friends using their name to show them how much you care about them. You could video chat someone and recite or act out a poem. You could post a pic of you reading your favorite book of poetry. You could sing a nursery rhyme like Itsy Bitsy Spider. You could borrow an ebook or audiobook of poetry from the library. If you're looking for some poetic inspiration, you have some options. The first one here is Libby. It's excellent for ebooks and audiobooks. You will need to download the app and create an account, but once you're in, you'll go to Library, Explore, Subjects, and then scroll down to Poetry. You can also try Hoopla, which has ebooks and audiobooks. And then, generally speaking, it has a ton of music, movies, comics, and television. You'll have to download the app, or you can create an account at hoopladigital.com right on your PC. Once you're in, select either ebook or audiobook, go down to genre, and then scroll down to poetry. We also have RB Digital, which has a great course on poetry. In general, they also have magazines, entertainment, and a wide variety of educational programming. You'll download the app or create an account at rbdigital.com. Once you're in to search for poetry, go to the Great Courses and then search poetry. And then finally, we have Audio Book Cloud. This is specifically for audiobooks. And right now, no account is necessary. This one, however, you will need to access through the download section of our website, and you'll search for poetry. So from your friends at the Mount Laurel Library, we want to wish you a happy National Poetry Month. We hope you enjoy getting creative and sharing with all of your family and friends, and we look forward to seeing you all again very soon.